What's up, family, friends? Your boy Ron Huck.
I'm my boy D.
And the real dope boy.
And together, man, we make up Unit
40.
Folks.
Sports Talk, man. We back again with another episode. Talking sports, we talking grief. So, man, stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about on today. Man, we back in the lab, as you can see. Last week we had a special episode we filmed outside. You may have noticed it kind of got cut off at the end. That's because we ain't have our boy Marco and Kate, but Marco and Kate is back in the building, so we ain't got to worry about that this week. But before we get started with the topics we have lined up, I thought about something else right before we came on that I wanted to get the fellas' opinions about. We're excited. The NBA preseason has kicked off. NBA season should kick off in about 2-3 weeks. But with that being said, I wanted to get their opinion on the top players not playing in the preseason. So the Lakers are playing their second game today. LeBron, Westbrook are both out. Melo was out the first game. Melo did play this game. AD has played both games. Devin Booker didn't play. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie Irving didn't play. It's just like a lot of the top players are not playing in the preseason. Do you guys think that they should?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like the fans, me as a fan person, I waited a while to see them and then see what areas they grew in. Of course, you ain't gonna pull out all your stops. You ain't gonna play out the whole game, but I still want to see what the roster on paper looks like on the court. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have all these extra pieces. Let us get a glance at it too. You know what I'm saying? I get they trying to protect injuries and all that kind of stuff, but what's 5 minutes?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, we don't expect y'all to play the whole game. So yeah, I mean, yeah, they should play, man. That's sucker ball, man.
Man, they should play.
Yeah, of course, man. Like he said, you know, we waited a while for to see the picture, and here it is. The picture has came, and y'all don't want to put y'all starters in. Like, to me, they doing too much, you know. I feel like y'all acting like y'all too good to show us that, oh, y'all need to play with the scrubs or we ain't got to play with the second line. Like, no. And to me, like I said once before, y'all sitting out the shit. Y'all might be the first niggas to get injured the first 10 games, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they doing too much. I ain't like the fact that Russell and LeBron ain't play. Like, I feel like this is the perfect time for y'all to even, you know, wind up y'all chemistry, because when y'all in practice, y'all playing against y'all team.
Right.
Now y'all playing against other team, and you know they gonna defend y'all differently. So yeah, I don't agree about them not.
And that was the point I was gonna make about the chemistry. I'm like, this is the time you prepare and prep for the beginning of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care what nobody say. I think this is probably the best the NBA in general has been. So man, you can get out there and dig yourself a 5-10 game hole.
Right.
In your conference, and you're gonna be looking at that number 15
It
spot,
ain't guaranteed, I'm about to say.
or you're gonna be looking at that play-in, which a lot of people don't want to do. So I feel like you said, get out there, play, get your chemistry up. Like Drummer Boy, you said, we ain't expecting you to play the whole game. It's preseason. We know you're gonna play like a quarter. If you play the whole quarter,
Let's see what it look like, man. That's just all.
Like, this is your time to actually mess up.
right?
Not let it
And
count against you.
like Steph. Draymond, them boys got out there with their team the other night.
With energy though.
And like they played like it was a regular
like,
season game, and that's what we want to see. You know, just play the game of basketball and build your chemistry with your players. I mean, that's like the boy said. You playing against your teammates in practice is nothing like the real thing. Getting out there against other competition. So that's how I feel about it. I think y'all should get out there and play. So. But I'm gonna step out. Drummer Boy D is gonna take over from here. Let's go.
Let's go with DeAndre Jordan and the Suns. So DeAndre Ayton and the Suns. So they, you know, he really ain't agreeing or trying to come to a common ground on his contract because he feels as though he needs to be paid like Trae Young and Luka Doncic. How you think? You know, how you feel about that?
So let's say this. Trae Young and Luka, they both got like 4 or 5 year deals for $207 million. Ayton,
Hey, how long them boys been in the league? Trae Young ain't been in the league for more than 3 years, man.
they was class of 18, I think.
So it's like the year 4.
Four.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
they already there.
And the crazy thing about it, DeAndre Ayton was the #1 pick of that draft class.
He's so
You know what I'm saying?
At one point.
So, man, I don't know. I'm split on it, because I understand DeAndre's side of it, right? Like, I was the #1 pick. I'm playing well. I'm putting up numbers for this team. I'm a huge component of this team. I want to get played like the players in my draft got paid.
Right.
I get that. Phoenix side of things, I can get when you don't want to dish out that kind of money to Ayton. Just because he don't have the star power, I guess, that Luka Doncic and Trae Young have.
Right.
So I'm split. I just hope that they come to an agreement, to keep him there. Do he deserve the 207? But if he get it, hey, congratulations.
No boy.
Me personally, and this just my opinion. I personally believe that big mans get overlooked in the NBA. And the reason why I say that because in this NBA era, jump shots, 3-pointers, DeAndre, that's not his game. His game is a truly big man. And so you gotta think about Trae Young, Luka Doncic, they guards, they pulling up threes, coming off the screens, pulling up threes. DeAndre don't do that. So, like I said, the media don't really look at that. You know what I'm saying? So, the media pumps up the team head whenever you got Trae Young and Luka and all of them, and it make them the face of the team. DeAndre is not the face of the team. It's Devin Booker.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, the nigga a dog, a true big man. He was one of the key reasons why they went to the level they did last year. But he just getting overlooked because he's a big man that's playing a true position of a big man. But yeah, you said it was a question what do I think he deserved it? No, and the reason why I say that cause he gotta show me a little more. Like you said about with Trae Young and Luka, this they 4 years. It's early. You gotta show me a little more.
Yeah, I feel like him, and to your point a little bit, he hasn't done enough yet. Even though you was #1, you came in not playing like #1. I don't know if it was because of injuries or
he was injured early.
So that plays a big part. But them boys playing like they worked 207. You know what I'm saying? You had a nice season last year. You playoffs, you balled.
You did.
But that don't automatically jump you up to $27 million, bro.
They've done it consistently.
This is
your first year.
Since they got in the league, they jumped out from first game all the way to 9. It was your first year in year 4.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So right now, no. Eventually, if he keeps growing, yes. I really, because he's a dominating big man.
Right.
He gotta really find his confidence. Like Trae Young will pull up a jump shot and be confident that it's going in.
Right.
Luka will go in and ball out like he's confident. We just saw in the preseason game this nigga passed a whole leg because Anthony Davis running behind him from the free throw line. A fat Anthony Davis. And you passed and you pump fake and missed. You know what I'm saying? So that shows right there. That shows the GMs that you ain't even confident right now. So I don't think he's worth it.
And I think that's another reason why everybody should play in the preseason. Get your legs under you, get your confidence going, get it together. But back to DeAndre Ayton. So I don't know. I don't think they have to do the extension now, if I'm not mistaken. So if I'm Phoenix, I'll tell them, look, let's see how this season plays out. After the season, come back and we'll talk about it again.
Right.
If he plays like he played last season, man, get that man his 207. That's how I feel.
In the playoffs, the way he played in the playoffs, I didn't really. Well, I'm talking about playoffs. I ain't really.
You didn't watch the Suns. Yeah. His number's been consistent from season to playoffs.
Okay.
His number was basically consistent. So yeah, if he have another season like he had last year, regular season and playoffs combined, say give him his 207.
Cool.
That's just me.
Moving on, Doughboy. Who's your sleeper team to come out of the East and West? So a team that you don't expect, correct?
That people don't
expect to come out the East and the West. Who
That
you
you
think?
think can
Who you
come
got?
out.
Yeah, who you think that can?
I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say the new Chicago Bulls. I saw them niggas. I saw them niggas play. Them boys are explosive, bro. Zach LaVine and the defense player Lonzo Ball. I don't think they expect them. They gonna click, but man, that last game, them boys was acting a fool. They ball. So
I saw Lonzo and Zach chemistry. I didn't really see much of not necessarily because that's what I caught.
right.
But I saw them two chemistry. You know?
Yeah. I mean, that's just me. I think it's Chicago because you already know the Nets, Milwaukee Bucks, and all that.
Right.
You know, but that's the one I can see because I don't see New York or Charlotte. You know, they don't really. They got the same people from last year, so unless they chemistry, then boost up from last year, then maybe so. But I got Chicago.
Who we go with the West?
West, that's a tough one. Man, that's a tough one.
Man, West stacked though, bro.
That's what I'm saying, like
it's hard to pick a bad team, like.
Cause they gonna always be that team, you know, from last year.
And we're talking about teams that could at least contend, right? We're not talking about
like top 5.
No, not even that. But we, you know, I'm trying to think of
So what's this? My team, my sleeper team, and I guess they're not really a sleeper because they had the best record in the West last year. But I don't think nobody really picked them to go to the NBA Finals. Is the Utah Jazz? That's my sleeper team as a team that I think can run it. You know, maybe not win a championship, but they can do their thing in the West. Maybe possibly get to the finals. My sleeper team is the Jazz in the West. In the East, my sleeper team is the Hawks. They returned their whole team back from last year. They were in the conference finals. They were right there ready to go. I think this year, man, Trey gonna be back with a mission again. They think they do it this year. That's my sleeper team. It's not my pick,
right.
If a team can, you know, knock off the top team and get there, I'm thinking Atlanta.
I'm going with that East. I'm going with the Miami Heat. Them niggas looking. They looking.
I don't think they sleep. I don't think they.
Not with the roster. I think they entitled contention for sure.
They about top 3.
I think they.
And I get what you coming from. I
call them, you know. Okay, I mean, cause I get y'all. Well, that's just my opinion. I call them a sleepy team. You know what I'm saying? Cause, I mean,
in your mind, let me ask you this: in your mind, they're not top of the West. They're not top of the East.
Cause the East is still kind of stacked. Like, I put Chicago over the Heat right now.
Really?
Yeah, I really would. I would put Chicago over the East. Like, but you know, like I said, as a sleepy team, I would say the Heat. I feel like if I got to choose them to knock off a top team, whatever like that, and get to the final, I would say, you know, I would say the Heat. The West, and because they were a sleepy team last year, Golden State. Man, no.
I didn't think
like
about
Golden State. Like,
but then they Curry got to stay healthy and Clay got to come
that's
back.
That's why
like
they're a sleepy team.
So, the
odds are really
Curry had a good season last year.
He carried the team.
Well, he came back late, huh?
He was healthy last year. Who?
He came back late?
Who?
Steph Curry.
He played the whole.
That's why they made it as far as they got there. You know,
stayed pretty
healthy. They ain't got nobody.
So, Warriors. The Warriors got a chance to knock anybody off.
I don't know how I missed that.
I agree.
Especially with Clay coming back, Andrew Wiggins gonna be all right, and then your boy was playing Wiseman.
Oh yeah.
Draymond Green even knocking out shots.
Saw that.
Of course, it's a game.
That man,
that.
Three.
Of course, it's a game.
First shot of the game. And it was contested.
Old Draymond.
Of course, it's a game. You know, I get it.
What year that was? That was the 2015 Draymond.
15, 16.
I ain't gonna lie. I love that.
It looks good. You know what I'm saying? Like again, it's just one game, but it looks good. That's why we talked about earlier. Let us see y'all play. So we be like, that nigga just made a 3. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But yeah, them my two teams.
Cool.
I agree.
So that's what I go with too.
Yeah, Warriors. That was a good pick.
So we gonna ready for the break?
Yeah, man. Mark one cake. We gonna take a short break. Got a lot more to get into. Like I said, man, we got some more basketball. We got a little football and basketball talk, a little competition going on, and then, like I said, man, we got some encouraging words for some people, that's just dealing with grief in this time. So stay tuned. We'll see y'all on the other side of this break. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make more money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to the show.
Man, y'all, welcome back to G.O.A.T of ALL Sports Talk. John Boy D, what we got next, man?
Alright, man, let's hit it with how far do you think the Clippers can go without Kawhi Leonard? What you smiling like that for, dog?
Who, me?
Hey.
No, because I already know the Clippers is, he like Paul George, so I'm getting, let him go first. Let him go first.
I read the topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I saw it. And I wanted to ask you, like, why would you even choose that topic?
What you mean, why?
Man, Clippers don't need no Kawhi. All they need is PG. That's all they need. So to answer your question, they could go all in. They can even trade Kawhi.
So basically, they go nowhere.
No.
So where you saying they can go? They can make the playoffs.
They can make it to. They can make the playoffs
with just Paul George.
So let me ask you this. Do they go to play in or they top 7 seed?
Top 7. And y'all can quote me.
Okay.
That's if Paul George fully healthy though.
Now, okay, so let me say this. This is gonna be one of the rare times I give Paul George praise, all right? So
You're a hater.
Paul George, I'm not gonna store it. Last year in the playoffs looked like the Paul George from the Indiana Pacers. He looked like he can be that number 1 dude with some, put some solid players around him. He could take you there. I can't knock him on that. He really did. But with this team as presently constructed, I'll say they probably fight for a play-in spot. They may win, may make to the playoffs. First round, second at the most. They don't get past the second round. They may get past the first round. That's how far I think the Clippers can go without Kawhi Leonard. Just giving your boy his praise. He can get them there.
I know.
They do top 7. I gotta give them that. I mean, just because the Clippers are gonna make the playoffs. Period. I mean, thanks. Will they get out the first round? Hell no. Not with just Paul George. No, that's impossible. That's impossible. But he is good enough to take them to the top 7. I believe I think they even get past the play-in term. They wouldn't even have to worry about that. They'll be all right. As bad as I hate to admit it, they'll be all right. If he stay healthy, like you said.
All right, I forgot who I was watching. I saw somebody say Paul George played his best without Kawhi.
And I was just about to say,
you know what I'm saying?
Think about it. In Indiana, he played better when he was a star.
Like he
and
played,
they depended on him,
He played better without Danny Granger, when he was in the prime.
True. So. Yeah, so I mean, maybe that would have taken.
And you gotta think about it when, because technically I would say he was the guy in OKC. Yeah. Although Westbrook was the ball handler, I think he was the guy.
He was the go-to person.
He was an MVP caliber. He was in the MVP discussion that season. He almost won it. Right. So I think Paul really needs his own team again. I really do. Now, I mean, if you the Clippers, I don't know. If you go Kawhi, I don't know if you go Paul George.
I mean, you get rid of Paul George because, I mean, you went after Kawhi. This was supposed to be his town. He's still the star to them. They're not gonna get rid of him. Right. But Paul George, all right, yeah, okay. What would you like to see Paul George go? Because we gave our answer on that. What would you like to see him go if he had to go somewhere?
And take over a team.
Take over a team. Like the Pacers he did.
I think I could probably see him. Hear me out. All right. I like this young New Orleans team. Hear me out. Brandon Ingram coming into his own. Brandon Ingram is a bona fide starter.
I like, you know, I'm all for Brandon Ingram.
Zion, and he's doing his thing. But if you bring in somebody like Paul George, I think Paul George can assert himself as the guy on that team. You know what I'm saying? Because you got two young players.
You got enough help already.
You know what I'm saying? Especially you saw that the little rookie Trey Murphy I sent y'all.
Yeah.
Boy, bad. So I think a team like that, he could assert himself as the top dog and help bring Brandon Ingram and Zion along. You know. Now I'm sure if I gave this subject more thought, I could probably come up with some other teams. But just off my head, that's a team that popped in my mind.
Don't worry.
I say bring him back to the Indiana Pacers. Him and Sabonis, Miles Turner, and also that guard Malcolm Brogdon. Yeah.
And if you look at it, that could remind you of his team he had when he was facing them Heats. Like
Go back home.
Sabonis, David West,
Right.
your boy Roy Hill. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
and then Brogdon's way better than George Hill.
Right.
I can agree with that point.
And he got defense.
I
You
would
gotta think
say,
about Sabonis better than West.
yeah, he's more versatile. Yeah,
Turner better than
that's
Roy
who was
Hibbert.
Miles Turner. Yeah, way better than Roy Hill. You know, they're a younger team. They can run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I have to go with that. Or I don't know where this came from, but and I don't know who over there, but I would just say Toronto.
Him and Pascal and Velvet.
Van Vliet.
They become a winning organization now. You know what I'm saying? They just think about when Kawhi went over there. They just need a star. A star that could be ball dominant and get them some baskets. You know what I'm saying?
Only thing about that, I think losing Lowry hurt that team. Like they already didn't have the best season last year. Losing Kyle Lowry. Now if Kyle Lowry was still there, yeah. But even without Kyle Lowry, I think that would still be a decent team.
Because they're a winning culture now. You know, they got one on their belt. They just
Nick
now they
Nurse is
know
a
how
good
to win.
coach, too.
Exactly.
So-
You know, he just needs to start.
Yeah,
You know? Okay.
that wouldn't be bad.
All right, so we good with that. All right. Question is Tom Brady or MJ the GOAT of all sports? And what we're saying is we're choosing either one of them to just
The
be called
greatest of all
nigga, the
time.
top nigga. You know what I'm saying? So,
I'm gonna
yeah,
say
let's go with you.
Jordan. You know.
Okay.
Reason I say MJ. This is no knock on football players or anything else, but in the NBA you gotta play offense and defense.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And in those championship runs, those championship years, MJ was winning. He was on the all defensive teams and all that. So that means he was
worked double. Yeah,
he was playing on both sides. So I gotta say, MJ. I know. No, Brady just won 7, so he got one less than Brady in championships. I think he got more MVPs than Brady though.
Yeah, Brady.
Think about who played the longest season though.
Brady at this point.
There you go.
Brady at this point. So yeah, it took. Yeah, I guess you can kind of say it took Brady longer to
There you go.
to get Jordan. So yeah, I'm saying
So
Jordan.
y'all going with the same thing. You going
You
with
going
Jordan?
Jordan?
You got a reason?
Tom Brady.
So that's the reason.
I mean, what Drew said too, but plus I don't like that nigga.
My only, I'm going Jordan too. But my
Okay.
only argument would be is Brady body have to endure more because of the hits. It's more physical, so it takes a toll. But so 44 in the NFL, your body's really 44 and older.
Right.
Versus Jordan age in that time, because he was so healthy, that's what your age is. So if he's 20-something winning the rings, you really 20-something. Versus 44, you still getting hit.
Right.
And, but everybody know Jordan.
And,
you know what I'm saying?
and I guess another argument that people like to make for Brady is they say it's harder to win in football because of the playoff system. One game is out. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You got to bring your business
Every game.
every single game because you don't break it this game, you going home. Versus the NBA, Jordan could have 2 bad games and they could still go win that whole series. You know what I'm saying? So I
and then
see
it's a
the
little
points
more
for the other
easy
side.
because with football, the quarterback, yeah, they got to catch it, but the pressure is always on you versus Jordan and Pippen.
Right.
Now I'm not saying Brady didn't have no receivers and all this, but what I'm
Right.
saying is Jordan and Pippen. Jordan don't win it without Pippen.
Right.
You know, we all can agree on that, right? He don't win it without Pippen. Now, of course, Brady had.
He didn't win until he got Pippen.
He didn't win until he got Pippen. Brady won with you could really say multiple people because I'm pretty sure they had trades and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So I would say Jordan overall though, because that's just who the GOAT is. But Brady make a good
He got a
argument
good
for it.
case.
He
got a
made
good case.
a doggone good case or whatever. So.
Why you don't like Tom Brady?
I don't, man. Everybody be on that man. Jangling, man. I don't like. I mean, you don't get wrong, he's a dog. But then that Buccaneers really like messed over me. Like nigga came his first season and automatically they win a Super Bowl. I ain't gonna lie, that nigga had a decent team. Antonio Brown, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans.
But it's still
He
him.
stacked the deck. I ain't gonna lie, he stacked the deck.
I'm not saying.
He stacked the deck.
I'm not saying. Okay, that's just like Jordan, 96 to 98. What?
What you mean?
He stacked the deck.
No, not to this effect.
So you had the greatest of all time, the greatest the greatest sidekick almost you could say ever, which is also a defense stopper. Second greatest sidekick beside Kobe and Shaq. You talking about, right?
Oh.
And then you had Dennis Rodman. Then you had and people call him as one of the greatest shooters on the planet. Steve Kerr playing with you as well.
I didn't know that. I didn't know he was I ain't started hearing about Steve Kerr when he started.
Michael
Golden
Jordan
State.
says he don't win one championship without Steve Kerr, without him making that shot. If you want the shot, give him the ball. It's the same thing.
But I don't.
I'm not knocking him down as you know.
No, I know what you're saying, yeah, but I mean,
Yeah, he stacked the deck to another level, though, Dre. And he's still stacking the deck. They just signed Richard Sherman. Like, come on, bro.
Who that is?
You don't know
that
Richard
nigga,
Sherman?
defensive stopper,
Oh, safety. I mean,
cornerback,
corner.
huh?
Oh.
Yeah, that nigga's
better than Lattimore for the Saints.
everybody better than the Saints.
Oh.
Everybody on every other team better.
Not
than
at
the
this point. Not at this point. Not at
Saints. In
this
his
point.
prime.
Because in Sherman's prime, he was the best corner in that period.
So he's like, oh,
Yeah,
He got
he
some
on
time.
the backside now. So you remember when Russell Wilson was winning championship, won the
Yeah.
championship? He was on that
the guy,
defense.
yeah.
Oh.
He was on that defense.
25, baby.
Yes, sir.
oh, I know. Yeah.
Anytime I remember players, because not much I know about football, but some players catch my eye,
Yeah.
you know he a dog.
They used to call him the Legion of Doom. That was one of the best defenses in
Before we
the
go on,
NFL.
one more thing, and this is this side thing. He'll probably know more about it. Game online, Drew Brees or Roethlisberger.
Who?
I know. I just asked. I'm gonna show you some film on him. He was a quarterback for the Steelers.
He's still there.
We talking about number 7?
Number 7, Ben Roethlisberger. Yeah.
Oh man.
Well,
Game online.
I just started watching him like maybe 3 years ago. So.
I make it even better. You at the 40-yard line.
Man, give me Drew.
Give you Drew?
Give me Drew. I'm rolling with Drew, man. Give me Drew in this heyday.
I'm gonna have to say Drew because I know. Drew.
Okay. Yeah,
I'm not trying to.
I'm going with Drew too, but I'm just saying, I know Ben was a dog.
Oh yeah,
I knew that.
Ben was a beast. Ben was a beast. Gotta give him that.
Last and final topics, fellas. All right, serious topic. Shoot, no phone. How do y'all deal with grief? So many people, are losing people right now, and a lot of people have different ways of coping through it and getting through it and stuff like that. What is one way or a couple ways y'all find yourself dealing with losing somebody? Go ahead, dude.
I think out of my whole life on this earth, 20 years, I say that the biggest loss I had was Medea, and the best way I dealt with that was still dealing with it. Is continue to be around my family. I also healing process for me is listening to music. Also playing music.
Right.
That's like one of my healing process. It get my mind off the crying part. Not saying crying not good for you, because I actually heard that crying actually is like releasing the pain. You know what I'm saying? So most important, be around my family, like, you know, laughing, talking, even talking about the good times we had, you know, and playing music and listening to music. Right. That's the best way I deal with grief.
Yeah. Well, before I get started, we definitely want to let the families know, the Hollins family, Grimion family, all y'all, we're still praying for you guys. Rest in peace, Jarrell. Rest in peace, Duty. Doughboy kind of touched on it a little bit. Man, cry. You know, people like to tell you, don't cry. You know, you got to be strong. Man, cry. Release that. But here's the thing: don't cry as if there's no hope. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. Don't cry as if there's no hope. Cry, you know, cry tears of joy. You know, from the memories that you shared. Cry tears of joy, because you know they're not dealing with the pains and the troubles of this world that, you know, that we're still living in. Bible says, weeping may endure for a night, joy comes in the morning, man. Pray, stay on your face, stay on your knees before God. God is the ultimate comforter. And that's, you know, that's what we have to do sometimes. I still find myself, you know, I'll think about Madea here and there, and I'll shed a tear, whatever. But, you know, like I said, I just pray, get my music going, think about the good times, and, you know that she's in a better place, you know, not suffering from illnesses, you know, all that pain and trouble and worry that she had is gone. So just gotta stay prayed up, man. Find you something to keep you busy, not to throw it out of your mind, but to ease your mind of just constantly thinking about that. Don't sit in the house and just soak and just, you know, let that build up in your mind. Get up, get out, get back to your life and start the healing process. Boy.
Me personally, I don't know how to deal with grief. And that's just me being honest. I've always found myself having to be strong for everybody else. And I don't like to see people I don't like to be seen at my weakest point. I feel like going through that time, that's a weak time. And people tend to play on you while you're weak. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm still grieving a lot of stuff. My son, my grandmother, my dear, you know, different people, you know, friends, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I hold a lot of stuff in. You know, I have my moments, but at the same time, I can't let it sit on me, because I still got to be strong for other people. You know what I'm saying? Which I need to work on that. I gotta find ways to work on that. But I mean, of course, I got music, and I stay busy, so I want to think about it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, whereas that's a good thing, it's still a bad thing, because by not thinking about it, it's still on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, overall, I really don't know how to deal with grief. You know, I don't know if I ever will, but you know, that's something I'm still working on. And you know, of course, I pray. I'm not gonna say I never pray, because I pray for strength every day. But yeah, I say this all the time. It is what it is. I can't control it. I just deal with it.
Right.
You know.
And another encouraging thing I'll say, and I say this all the time to myself to keep myself going, is the Bible says that all things work together for our good. Meaning the good, the bad, the ugly, all works for our good. We may not see it at this moment, we may not understand it at this particular moment, but it all works for our good. They used to sing a song that we'll understand it better by and by, and I had to learn that we truly understand things better by and by, because a lot of things that happen, not always for you, you know, it's for you to help the next person get through, so you can be a living testimony. You know, you can be that shoulder to cry on when somebody else need help. You know, that's why somebody's always already been through what you're going through. That way, because now that you needed somebody to lean on, they were there. Right. Now somebody else gonna need somebody to lean on about their trouble. You can be that person. So all things work together for the good of us that love Him those that are called according to His purpose. So,
And also because I know in the Bible, weeping may endure for a night, but joy! Hey,
it's coming in the morning. Man. It's coming. It's coming. So hold on to that. Hold on to that.
Storm may rise and the wind may blow, but you got to learn to hold on and never let go. Hey!
Yes, sir.
I ain't gonna preach.
In the beginning,
Yes, sir.
Lord created heaven and earth.
Yes, sir.
See, you got to learn how to preach on topic. You got to.
I thought we were just doing Bible
No,
scripture.
it works. It works.
How?
He created the heaven and the earth, meaning he's the author and finisher of everything. You see how you got to work that in there?
Yeah, that's why I was trying to go at. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay attention. You gotta pay
Everybody,
attention.
you a damn preacher. You gotta shut us down.
No, I'm just telling you. You was trying to shut him down.
Yeah,
I'm trying to let you
You
know
gave
it's
me
okay.
part of the drive. I drove, and then I'm trying to give him the drive. You still on topic. You just if you we talking about crying, you still on crying, nigga. That's what you do.
God had to put His tears to create water. Water's on earth and in heaven.
I'm gonna teach you how to drive.
Jesus
You
wept.
see what I'm saying?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. For the
you
longest,
just drove
when they
like
said
that.
when they said Jesus wept, I just thought they was talking about they put Jesus on the cross and they whipped him.
Whip
They
and
whipped.
Whipped.
Well, I thought it was bad.
Whipped is not a.
I thought
Whip and
I was.
whip.
That's why I said for the longest when I was young.
Close this up, James.
All right, man. This has been another great
Whip. I thought it was bad
episode.
seats.
Episode 3.
What's the past tense of
we-
whipped? Oh, whipped.
Bruh.
With
Let it go.
With an extra P and ED.
I know, nigga. I know.
Whip.
Spell.
WHIPPED, nigga.
Okay.
Don't look at me like
I'm trying to figure out.
I pass spelling with A's every year, you heard?
All right. So that's been another great episode. That's all from your boy Ron Hawk.
Drummer boy D.
The real dope boy.
Man, Unit 44 fam, 44 Nation, y'all are the best. Y'all the greatest supporters. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what y'all want to see. Let us know what y'all want to hear. Be interactive, man. We see the views. We appreciate that. But man, interact with us. Let us know. Comment. Drop some comments. We want to hear from y'all. But till next time, y'all know what we like to say. 1, 2, 3.
Keep
your
head
up. See y'all, man.